Hey YouTube, this is a video on why I believe that Yeshua, commonly known as Jesus, is and cannot be God. Okay, first I'm going to go through characteristics that I went through in a past video recently on characteristics of Yahweh and conflicting characteristics of Yeshua and how they cannot be the same being. Yahweh is all-knowing. Proverbs 15:3, 1 Chronicles 28:9, Psalms 139:2. Sorry, excuse me. All powerful, omnipotent. Yashayahu or Isaiah 42:5, Revelations 11:17, and Revelations 19:6. Excuse me. All truthful. Well, sorry, that one they both are, so skip that. All present, omnipresent. Tehillah or Psalm 139, 7-8, and Yirmeyahu or Jeremiah 23:24. Immortal, incapable of dying. Tehillim 90 verse 2 and 102 verse 12 or Psalm. Romans 1 verse 23 and 1 Timothy 6:16-17. He's invisible. I don't have the passages with me, but there are places, there's a couple places in Yohanan, and there's a place in like 1st or 2nd Yohanan, where it says that God cannot, no one has ever seen God. No one has ever seen God. I know you can find that, I know it's not just me. But sorry, I don't have those references handy. He's untemptable. See Jacob or James 1 verse 13. Superior to all others and everything else. He's spirit, or ruach, or breath, wind, essence, characters. You can't see the wind. That's the word for it, wind or breath. Something you can't see. So, and it talks about no one has ever seen him. And like I was just saying, invisible. That's what he is. He's non-corporeal. Yohanan or John 4 verse 24. He's not a human or an ish or a son of a human or man or Adam. Bamidbar, Numbers 23 verse 19, Shemuel Aleph or 1 Samuel 15 verse 29. He's unchangeable. Malachi 3 verse 6 or Malachi. Let's see, he's ageless. He doesn't age. He's fatherly and motherly. He's beyond comprehension or imagining. He's greater than all others. So those things would conflict with Yeshua's being, which I think is kind of obvious. Yeshua was the image of Yahweh. He wasn't actually Yahweh himself, since Yahweh can't be seen. He was the image of Yahweh. So if you want to see what Yahweh looks like, you look at Yeshua. And particularly you look at things like his goodness and his honesty and his humility, and his healing people and his teachings and his teaching Yahweh's instructions. So that's how he's the image of Yahweh in my understanding. He's the son of Adam, or son of man. I mean, he's called that in verses, and Yahweh says that he is not a son of man. He's the son of Yahweh, and if he's the son of Yahweh, he can't be Yahweh himself, and that's in Matthew or Matthew 5:9, Lucas or Luke 20 verse 36, and Romans 1 verse 4. He's Hanabi of Yahweh, the prophet of Yahweh. So he's not Yahweh himself, he's the spokesman, the messenger, the prophet. The servant of Yahweh. So he's not Yahweh himself, he's his servant. The Kohen Hagadol, the high priest, according to Melchizedek, and I don't think that Yahweh can be a high priest. But if somebody wants to correct me on that, I'm open to it. Firstborn from the dead. Now Yahweh can't die, so Yahweh can't be the firstborn from the dead. But Yeshua is. He is the firstborn from the dead. He's our older brother. Yahweh's our father. And I know there's that verse, I think it's Isaiah Yeshayahu 9 verse 6, and I'll get to that. But he's the bridegroom. Yahweh's not our bridegroom. Yeshua is. Yahweh dwelt in him, so if he dwelt in him, he can't actually be him. Yahweh is his God, or Elohim. Now that right there says that he can't be Yahweh if Yahweh is his Elohim. Yahweh is his powerful authority. He speaks and does what Yahweh tells him to, and he came to do Yahweh's will. Yohanan or John 5:30, 8:28, and 14:31. So he's not doing things there's other places where it says that he's not doing things on his own accord. He didn't come on his own initiative, and he can't accomplish anything on his own initiative, and he can't testify about himself without a higher authority, so that his higher authority is Yahweh. He was tempted. Yahweh can't be tempted. He has limited knowledge from Marcos 13:32. There was something he didn't know. Well, Yahweh knows everything. Yahweh has no limits to his knowledge. He was born, he died. Even though he's alive now and he will be forever, he still was born and he died. He got tired. Yochanan 4:6. He got hungry and thirsty. Matthew 21:18. Marcos or Mark 11:12, and Yochanan 19:28 or John 19:28. He learned obedience and was made perfect through suffering, or made mature through suffering. That one is a huge one. When I was thinking about this, I didn't see any way around it. He couldn't be the Almighty because he learned obedience. He learned Hebrews or Hebrews 2:10, 5:8 through 9, and 7:28. If he learned obedience, I don't know how that would be possible. And he says that other things will do greater things than he did. So Yochanan or John 14:12. And he was unable to do a miracle in Marcos 6:5. Yahweh's not unable to do miracles. And I don't think Yahweh was short, and I think Yeshua was. But anyways, now people may say where he says, "My Lord and my God," where Thomas is saying that to him. But in Hebrew, that would be my master and my powerful authority. Now, even Yeshua talks about how other people were called gods. He said, if the scripture has said that you are gods, and scripture can't be broken, and Yeshua is talking to, I think, the Perushim or Pharisees. So he's telling them that people were called gods. So just to say that he's God is almost meaningless, because it's just saying that he's a powerful authority. But we have powerful authorities. It doesn't mean they're gods. Doesn't mean they're deity or anything like that. So that's why I think he is Elohim in as much as he is a powerful authority. So in that way you can say he's God in such in the sense that he's Elohim, but he's not God as in the sense that he's deity or almighty or supernaturally powerful as far as his humanity when he was a man on earth before he died and rose again. So I was going to go to Yeshayahu or Isaiah 9 verse 6, I believe it is. Give me just a moment and I will get to that. But anyways, that's so I think he's only deity in as much as any of us can be deity once we've risen again. Then it's like we're joining Yahweh's family. We're becoming his sons and daughters, but to do that we have to be his sons and daughters in truth. So we have to be walking according to him. We have to be in his image, and his image is, the 10 Commandments. No lying, no cheating, no stealing, no murdering, not having any other authorities above and beyond Yahweh. He's the ultimate. So let's see if I can find that really quick. Sorry, I should have had this set up beforehand. Oh well. That's life, isn't it? So 9, let's see. Yeshayahu or Isaiah 9:6. Because indeed a boy has been born for us, a son has been given to us, and one day the responsibility of kingship will rest on his shoulder, in his mind, and he calls out, Yele Ya'atz El Gibor Abi Ad Sar Shalom, which, from my understanding, means wonderful in counsel is El the mighty warrior, my father, everlasting ruler of wholeness and peace. I'm just going to repeat that. And he calls out, wonderful in counsel is El the mighty warrior, my father, everlasting ruler of wholeness and peace. Beautiful. If you check with native Hebrew speakers, I'm guessing that they would back me up on that, but you're welcome to. And that's my conclusion. That's why I think that Yeshua is and cannot be God. Thanks, and have a good life. Bye.